Big Bow English Lab, and in that school I have a 90-minute lesson, and half of it is a cross-curricular lesson. I've been doing that since 2006. So how many of you remember Calvin and Hobbes?
Yes.
Yes. It's reprinted now. So the famous one, Calvin's dad said, Calvin, why can't you apply yourself in school? You know, you read dinosaur books, you just spurt out all these obscure facts about dinosaurs. Why can't you do the same thing about schoolwork? He says, Dad, we don't study about dinosaurs in school. Okay? And the same thing about, you know, the way that we teach English in Japan. Japan's really about the only place I've realized where we teach English about English about English. We don't talk about, you know, the world. So the kids have no way of connecting their daily lives to English. And we end up sounding like, you know, Charlie Brown's teacher. You know. And, you know, I taught this way for years. And then about 2005, I got interested in cross-curricular lessons. And this was for the Nakamura Playgroup Saturday School. As you see, all these kids are very, very curious here. We're doing this carbon dioxide science experiment, making spaghetti dance. I did a series of different science experiments, and this was the grand finale in the summer. The Mentos, if you drop Mentos in a bottle of soda, you get this big geyser. Okay. So that, and I ran away like that, and all the kids, they were just so excited. And this was just a really big, important moment for me, because it took a lot. It was messy, and it took a lot of prep, but, you know, I was happy. The kids were happy. There's Marsha's mom there. She was very, very happy, too. I thought, this is really great. Everybody is just really excited about learning, you know, when you learn about other subjects that are interesting to the children. So, happy teacher. So, I realized I need to bring this into my classroom, and so I brought it into my classroom. And so here, later, we are watching the spaghetti dance, okay? Using baking soda and vinegar, water, and the spaghetti goes up and down because of the carbon dioxide bubbles that are formed. Then I realized something too. Hey, I could use this for something even simple like teaching colors. Why should I wave flashcards, you know, color flashcards in the kids' faces, when I can take a coffee filter, draw a line on a water-soluble marker, dip it in a little bit of water, let the water bleed up the coffee maker, and then I can make a rainbow. And the kids can talk about what colors, what color makes up orange? Ah, red and yellow. And the kids are excited about colors. And also, I realized I could do this about other very mundane subjects too, like, you know, numbers. Instead of singing, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, over and over again, we could do pre-math. This was actually a Nen-Chu class, and we were, you know, doing the beginnings of math using a game that I bought in America. Here was a freezing point science experiment. This was a lot of fun. So of course, ice melts at 0 degrees Celsius. Ice freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. It melts at 1 degree. But if you put salt on it, you lower the freezing point. If you put a string on top, and it freezes back again, you can lift up the ice cube. We're very excited about that. You know, it's also too, you know, we tell our students so many things. We should try to let them experience it. How does a lemon taste? It's sour. When you teach the word sour, let them eat something sour. When you're teaching salty, let them, you know, taste something salty. If it's smelly, let them smell something smelly. Okay? Talking about Saudi Arabia, where is Saudi Arabia? Where is Japan? We made hummus. We ate pita bread. They were so excited. This bread has a pocket. They were so excited, and then they could take it home. I made them all bring Tupperware. And they took it home. And then, you know, instead of talking about, you know, making mummies in Egypt, well, this is how I dress for class. With my organ suit. And then when I teach about mummies, then, you know, you take the lungs and the stomach and the intestines out, and they put them in jars of salt, left the heart in the body, because the heart was the most important part. But then you took the brain out through the nose and threw it away, because the ancient Egyptians thought that the brain had no use whatsoever. So with that very graphic way of showing it, all of my kids know how to make a mummy.
Be careful.
Be careful. Cross-curricular lessons can also be used to teach about subjects that most people think, kids think art is boring. Not so. I've taken the kids to Niki de Saint-Phal, Salvador Dali, Monet, Gauguin. I just took them to the Torrianate. I go in, I make a worksheet ahead of time. It's like a scavenger hunt. The kids really get into art. When we did Monet, later we had our own impressionistic exhibition. The kids learned, with dipping their finger into watercolors, and they made their own impressionistic art. Now they all know what impressionism is, without my droning about it in their native language. Another thing, history. People say, kids think history is boring. Not so. I gave them a couple teaser sentences about 20 different famous people in history. The kids chose the one that they wanted to talk about, and then they made these little mini posters. Leonardo da Vinci, Anne Frank, Albert Einstein. And then they presented these posters to the class. The parents were really impressed with that. And cross-curricular lessons are not just for kids. I just gave a presentation for a bunch of high school teachers at Nanzan University in the summer for them to do a certification. And the teachers, I was a little nervous, but the teachers were very excited by these kinds of ideas. They thought these are great for getting the kids to talk about it.
Wow.
And even, there's our good friend Bob there. Even Bob was really excited about the colors.
Yeah.
Experiment when I did that for Jolt Nagoya in December. So I've had a wonderful time doing these types of lessons, and if you ever have a chance, I hope you can.
Where did you get that organ suit?
I bought it at a store called Lakeshore in America.